Bienvenido. Amigos.
Hi, welcome back to Adam's Thoughts on Whiskey. Once again, I have my nephew Dolan with me. We set us up a little bit of blind here with my mom's help. And we're not necessarily going to be drinking the same whiskey at the same time because we don't know what order these are in. So they are the same three whiskeys. Up here we got a selection of 1, 2, and 3. That will be our final selection. The red one, of course, would be the one we think is our favorite for this blind. 2, and then 3, just like that. So that's how we'll be placing the glasses when we get done. But I'm going to start with my first one on the right.
I'll do the same.
Okay.
Salute.
Let's go ahead and give it a little sniff. And it smells really good to me. I'm not going to go over a lot of notes on this. This is more about just finding the one that you like. So you can go right into.
Oh, excuse me. Did a little too big of a sip there. But that was really easy to drink.
And of course, we don't have the same one, so we're not comparing smells. I really like that one on the nose. I felt that's set pretty good.
Yeah, this one, this one's really sweet. I usually like do something like this. I always, set the first one in the middle and then do everything off of that.
Whichever process you want to do, as long as they end up on the stickers in the end.
Mm-hmm. So I'll start in the middle.
Wow.
Ooh. Bit of water in.
That one there, it's really nice for me.
Oh yeah. Are you in your second glass? Your second one? Yeah.
On one of these videos like this, the best I think is the result in the end.
Yeah.
It's what's most important. So it's just go through your 3, see what you think. Wow. So far, that's my first, so I'll set it out there. And we'll go through them all again. Oh.
Yeah, no. That one did not sit. It was okay, but didn't sit too great on the tongue.
What did it do for you? Did it have a funk or something like that?
Something like that. Whew, yeah, no. This one I'm gonna.
You do whatever you want there with those.
That's for sure. I appreciate the try, but
one of them is definitely different from the other 2.
yeah.
I know that because I did pick the bottles.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a real toss-up there for me. I've got mine selected.
I have mine as well.
Okay. All right, we're going to figure out what these are. On your number 1 place, pick it up and look at the bottom. Tell me what number you see.
It's the blue dot. I can't.
Blue dot number 3, okay. And number blue dot is going to be, that was your number 1?
Yeah, that's number 1.
Garrison Brothers from down in Texas.
Ooh.
Fort Worth, Texas.
That doesn't surprise me. I think I've actually had this before once when I was.
Damn good whiskey.
Yeah.
And that's a number 1 for you.
Yeah, that's it.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to start with number 3 for me. My least one. Garrison Brothers. which surprises me a lot because I really, really like this one. This one I really, really like. It surprises me that one fell on the third place because it is, when I drink it and I know what I'm drinking, I picked this bottle. As you can see, there's not a lot left in that bottle.
Yeah.
And there was a reason for it. So that surprises me. That's my number 3, which was your number 1. That just shows that different people have different taste. All right, well, that's already been X'd out, so we'll just go ahead and leave that right up here. Okay, let's see your number
2 or your number 3?
Why don't you do your number 3 and I'll do my number 2.
Okay, my number 3 is the yellow number 2.
Number 2. That'll be the Eagle Rare.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. This one's still got the 10-year statement on it.
Wow, that was...
And it's a store pick.
Wow, that's really...
One of the ones that's usually a better, Wildcat Liquors did this one. Yeah, that's a store pick.
Wow, that really surprised me because I really like Eagle Rare. I don't know,
That's the thing about these blinds. These blinds always catch you like that because you'll be looking at it and you're like, no way, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And that's why I did these 3 together and I threw the Texas one in there. That Texas one I actually thought would be my number 1. We didn't have anyone to pick them out for us on this blind, so of course I had to pick out the bottles. I don't like doing that. I wish we had somebody on the outside that could pick 3 that would fall into the category, but okay, so that was your number 3. We're looking at my number 2 now. Oh, my number 2 was the Eagle Rare.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that fell in there. So on the Eagle Rare there, my number 2.
That really
surprised me. But this is something that's gonna, now I know what one's left. You go ahead and give me your number there.
My number 2 is the red number 1.
That is the 107, which is also a store pick bottle. That one was picked by, what's that say on there?
Cane's Pick.
Cane's Pick. Okay, this is from the store that used to be called Rough Brothers in Paducah. They have just actually sold it and they went under a different name. The guy that owned it retired. But yeah, that was a store pick and a very good bottle. And of course, that made my number 1, which I'm actually pretty proud of because this is, I always say this is my favorite whiskey. I honestly did not know that's what was there. I thought that was going to be the Eagle Rare. And there we go. That's a nice little blind. I like doing that. So we didn't do it exactly like a real professional like everyone else does, 3 to 1. We started with 1-3. We jumped around, but in the end we got our results on it. And for me, this was the lineup here. Garrison Brothers being at the end there, which surprised the hell out of me still, but I mean, it's up against a couple really good ones. And yours, it went Garrison Brother. 107 was your last pick? Or your second?
The Eagle Rare was my last pick.
Which is,
yeah.
For you, that's surprising.
Yeah, I know. This is one that I got introduced to by my Uncle Doug, and he that right there, that was when I was like, I'm hoping I could find it somewhere.
Yep. Well, we'll have to get Uncle Doug in a blind like this sometime too, and we can have Aunt Jenny or Val put us together a little mix here.
Absolutely.
And we'll try it too next time he comes up. So, but I'm glad to see the 107 did good because it is one of my favorites, and so all of these are all good. There's not a thing wrong with any of these, and I just thought it'd be a neat little lineup, and I'm glad to see it. So, well, thank you for joining us on Adam's Thoughts on Whiskey, and thank you, Dolan, for being my special guest tonight and participating, and thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you all for joining us, and please subscribe, comment, hit the little like thingy. Appreciate you.